Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and in this video I wanted to do my 2023 review for the Apple Watch Series 6. We just got a couple of days until 2023, so I don't think it's going to degrade in the next few days. I really don't think Apple's going to push out any new software for it. Even if they do, I doubt it'll be some monumental change. So I'd say this is about what you can expect for the year coming up, and how it's working for me and what I'd recommend for you to do. I've had Apple Watches since the OG. I got mine in 2016, and I always like to preface this with how I buy them. As you can see, I like the stainless steel. I like the Milanese loop. To me, what I do is that they're not worth to me the $600-700 new. So I get them just a year or two behind when I got that original one, which this is actually the Milanese loop from the original one. It's held up well. Definitely worth the money for that. But by the time the Series 1 or whatever the one that's not the Series 0, the original, came out, the price on this, because it had some issues, the price on that one went down significantly. I think I paid $300, and I was really very happy with the watch. Paid less than half what it would have been new, and it was just a year old. So then I upgraded from the Series 0 to the Series 4, which uses this case style. It's a little more slim, it's rounded, looks a lot better. Just earlier in 2022, I still had the Series 4. The battery health was at 86%. It easily got me through a day. It worked just fine. I just wanted the Series 6 for the always-on display. At this point, it's the way to go. It's so much easier. You can look at it off angle. You don't have to always bring it up real nice and perfect. You can still see when something's happening, and to me that was what I wanted. I didn't need the Series 7 or the Series 8, Series 6. I think even the Series 5 had the always on, but the 6, there wasn't much of a price difference between the two, so the one slightly newer got a deal on it. This one, it actually came with the Milanese loop too. I think this little retainer, or this little end piece, can slide through this, but I found the edges to be a little bit more rough. I don't know if there was much else that was different, but I just preferred, I've been using this one for all those years. The magnet strength didn't really seem any different between the two, so I was like, I'll just keep this one. Now this one, it's basically the same as always, so I always recommend stainless steel model. You can always polish these up, and people have asked. I use Mother's mag and aluminum wheel cleaner. It's a paste. You put a little bit on a rag. You can wipe it, and since this is a sapphire display, you can even use it on your screen if you want, if you get a little scratch. I've never actually had one of these sapphire displays scratch. It's pretty hard to do. Again, that's another benefit to get this over the Sport or whatever the regular one, SE or whatever they are. I haven't polished this one up in a while, but it's still in pretty good shape. They hold up pretty well. And again, just some metal polish or anything would really take out those fine little scratches and put a lot more shine and luster back, but I really don't need it. It's still fine the way it is. All the stainless steel models have GPS and I think LTE, but I don't use that. Just pairing it to my phone for notifications is fine. And that's actually really all I use this for. I just like the complications, weather, and notifications on the wrist. I know a lot of people use them for health and workouts and stuff. Or I do answer phone calls on it when I have to. It's just sometimes easier to put your wrist up than it is to pull out your phone. I would never want to make a call on it, but I've never had any issues, no complaints. Nobody's ever said they couldn't hear me or anything. But this is what I do. I like, just because the battery life's not the greatest, I like to know what the battery life is at all times. Temperature, weather conditions. Basically, that's what I use it for. This is the watch face I prefer. And then, you have some other ones. And this one is updated to the newest version, so whatever new ones you have, but I'm happy. I don't really like to change it up. If you had a Rolex or something, you're not changing your dial or anything on it. You're always going to do the same thing. So that's kind of how I view this. I like it just when I want to put my Apple Watch on, this is what I want it to look like. So some of the apps here, again, I really don't use it for much of anything. I just like notifications on the wrist, a little bit of information on the wrist. So I have no issues with it. I'm sure that helps with my battery life. If you want to do a bunch of stuff on it, I don't know what all you really can do on it, but that might hurt your battery life. But I can easily get through a day, 24 hours even. 24 hours I'd probably be pretty low. I don't think I could go into a second day. But these charge up fast, so I just charge them every night. So then here in battery, um, the only issue is the battery helps at 85%. It was at 85% when I got it. So I bought it about 7 months ago. It was at 85 when I got it. I don't wear it every day, but I wear it several times a week. Most of those days, probably at least 12 hours. So, I mean, it definitely goes down to 60, 50%. And I don't know if they were using a different non Apple charger or some fast charger or just completely running it down like to 5% or something because my Series 4, which I had for I think a couple of years, I'm not sure what it was, if it was in the low 90s or high 80s, but it was 86% health. This one's 85. So that's kind of unfortunate. You know, if I had this new, it'd probably still be in the high 90s. I've never really had, really weird battery life issues with my Apple Watches. But I can't see myself upgrading right now, and that's probably the last thing I'll touch on is, I mean, I have all these bands for it and everything, but if I was going to get another Apple Watch, I'd probably go with the Ultra. Maybe by the time I'd be interested, there'd be a second gen Ultra. Whether it'll look any different, I don't know. Obviously, from the OG Apple Watch to the first one, there was a lot of internal improvements, even though it kind of looked the same. So I'm not sure if the new Ultra, if they'll add any different finishes, even if it's still titanium, if they'll make it any different colors or make anything look any different. And I do believe all your bands will still work, but I kind of like this elegant look. I don't know if the Apple Watch Ultra would go with everything as well, and that's obviously much larger. But at the same time, I don't think I'd want to own this one or another stainless steel and have an Ultra. And alternate, I'd probably just want to pick one and just hope all my bands existing for this would just look fine on the Ultra. But you can't go wrong with the Series 6. Now, as far as buying an Apple Watch, again, the speed and everything, which I really didn't show, but everything just works as it should. It pops up nice and quick. And I've showed it before. There's really not, once you have one that's not, garbage, which I don't think they've been for years. I think since the Series 4, they've been pretty snappy. That you don't have to get the Series 6. If you just want the always on, you can go Series 5 to Series 8. But again, I would just go with stainless steel and sapphire crystal. I think I just did a quick glance at prices. I think a stainless steel Series 6 is anywhere from $200 to $500, depending on condition, box, if it comes with it, what band it comes with. But you can get them affordable, and you can get some nicer ones like new, pay a little more, but you're still way under what a new one would cost. You're probably around what a brand new sport model would cost. So to me, it just makes sense to get the Series 7. That's a year outdated now, so you could probably get one of those for about the same as a Series 6. Again, you could go Series 5. I wouldn't, if your friend or a pawn shop or something has one, yeah, but otherwise, I would just set my sights on a Series 6 or a Series 7 if you want to go with this style and pay a lot less. You could go brand new Series 8. You could go brand new Apple Watch Ultra. But as far as this goes, I've been using the Series 6 now. I'd probably still use it for all of 2023 and have no issues with it. It's a great watch, and they always are. So, maybe in a couple years I will update to an Ultra or whatever, series is out then. I'll go again a year or two behind if there's even any improvements. At this point, unless they do something radical, which kind of was the point of the Ultra, it's been the same thing. It works fine, gets me through the day. It does all I needed it to do, which isn't much. I just like it as a watch with some smartphone features, notifications, and a little bit of information. So I'll leave it there. I don't know if what other people, if you're still using Series 6 or whatever one, if you use the same method I do to save some money on and still get a great watch. It's been the same. It's basically looked the same on my wrist for like over 6 years now, but that's kind of what I like, the simplicity and kind of keeping it the same. So thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next one. Have a good one.